Hi, folks. Making another webcam video, even though this isn't a test quality video because I'm back to 720p. I'm kind of shocked that this thing can't even do 1080p, but whatever. This is the best this thing's gonna do, so it is what it is. It's not like it matters because I have this bad boy right here, my iPhone 11 Pro. This is my main camera that I use for pretty much all of my videos, and the quality on this thing is so sexy. Oh, oh. Yep, Mickey Mouse camera. I call it the Mickey Mouse camera because it looks like Mickey Mouse with those ridiculous looking three cameras. And I got a Darth Vader Cardinal sticker I put on the back. I don't even remember where I found that damn thing. I think I found it on the floor at Greg's house, and I was just like, ooh, I'm gonna put this on my phone. I kind of have this bad habit of taking things that don't belong to me. So that sticker was obviously another random thing that I ended up taking that wasn't mine, but I really don't pay attention. I just kind of see something and I'm like a little kid and I'm just like, ooh, gimme! Anyway, while I am fletching on RuneScape, water makes me feel better. But yeah, right now, while I'm fletching on RuneScape, I kind of wanted to talk about another stupid, unfortunate event that happened earlier. It is so incredibly difficult to be gluten free. Like, as anyone knows, like, pretty much everyone that watches my videos knows that I have celiac, so I cannot even breathe something that has gluten in it. I cannot be anywhere near gluten at all. I have to be 100% gluten free, and it is a total nightmare. It feels almost impossible to be completely 100% gluten free. I feel like most of the time I'm 99% gluten free, and apparently that's not good enough because I still feel like crap. Like, for example, I got more food, and there was one thing that I was kind of skeptical about. It was a big bag of Fisher brand whole almonds. It was a big bag of Fisher brand almonds, and it didn't say gluten free anywhere on the packaging. And I look at the ingredients, it doesn't say anywhere about may contain traces of wheat or made in a facility that processes wheat products, because those are usually the two things I look for as well. And if it says that, I immediately throw it back on the shelf and go find something else. Literally, the only ingredient that it said on the labeling was almonds. That's it. Literally nothing else. It didn't. There's no salt. There's no other added ingredients. It was literally just almonds. And I looked online. I heard a couple of places online that said that ooh, Fisher almonds are apparently okay. I even went to their damn website, and they were talking about like they have like safety procedures, and like they try to maintain the best quality and make sure that all their there's no this and that or whatever. And it's just like, is that outdated or something? Like, what the hell? Because, first off, when I went online to Walmart to see those damn almonds, it had an entirely different packaging, and it said naturally gluten free on the front of the bag. So when I went to my local Walmart and I found those same ones, the packaging looked different. It didn't say naturally gluten free on the bottom corner of the bag like it did online. So that immediately raised red flags for me, but I figured, ooh, apparently their website says that it's safe, no gluten. And I heard it from other places online that they said that they had it with other people that were gluten intolerant, didn't have any problems with it. Like, ooh, try Fisher nuts. So I gambled $8 on the bag of Fisher almonds. And like a few hours after that, I started feeling kind of crappy. Like, not super crappy, but I just started feeling these annoying symptoms flaring up a little bit that typically only happen when I have something that had cock-sucking gluten in it. And everything else that I ate was gluten-free, and it was either gluten-free, certified gluten-free, or it was stuff that I've typically always had in the past that I've never had any problems with. The only thing that I'm really questioning are those damn almonds that don't have a gluten-free label on the packaging, and for some reason I'm just pointing fingers at these damn almonds. Not to mention that it's really hard in general to find certified 100% gluten-free nuts in general, because just about every brand of almonds and cashews and pecans and all that I see, none of them ever say gluten-free. They either don't have a gluten-free label, or they mention something about cross contact with gluten. If they're in a shared facility with gluten, blah blah blah. It is so annoying. There's only been one brand so far that I've been able to find that has gluten-free almonds and what the fuck is it called? Pistachios. Okay, almonds and pistachios. There's only one brand that I've found so far that has gluten-free almonds and pistachios that I typically haven't had any reaction to, and that's Wonderful Brand. And Wonderful Brand is all over the place. I see it like completely crowding the shelves at my Walmart and pretty much every other store that I go to. No problem there. And those pistachios are pretty damn good. I usually get the unsalted ones. Sometimes I'll get the salted ones when I feel like raising my damn blood pressure. Even though I don't even have to worry about that. I don't have a blood pressure problem. If anything, I could probably have more salt. I don't really think I have enough, especially because whenever I gluten myself on accident, I wind up going to the bathroom more, so I lose more fluids. So obviously, if anything, I could use a little bit more sodium. So it's kind of on and off. Sometimes I'll get unsalted, sometimes I'll get salted. I do prefer salted, but at the same time, there's already so much sodium in everything. So I try to balance it out. Like, half the stuff I get with just whatever. I just get regular sodium. The other stuff I get no sodium or reduced sodium. I like variety. I like to even it out. Moderation is key, and that's what I do. Because that's what a lot of people aren't capable of, is moderation. A lot of people go overboard with everything, and that's why they end up dying, or they wind up having serious health problems later on. So I always go by that golden rule in life. Take everything in moderation. Never overdo it. But so as far as pistachios are concerned, I'm fully good on that end. I could have all the pistachios I could ever dream of, because the Wonderful Brand actually says gluten-free, and I've typically not had any problems with that I'm aware of. And they also have almonds, but the only problem is I can never find the damn Wonder. I can never find the almonds anywhere. Walmart apparently doesn't have it, and I don't know where else to find it. The only place that I found it was either Safeway or Albertsons that had the Wonderful Brand almonds, and they were in these little pipsqueak bags that were like that big, and it was like $3 for something that was like a bag that big for a little thing of almonds. It's ridiculous. And not to mention, like, I want a bigger bag than that. I want a bag that's like the same size as the pistachios that I usually get, which is like this big. And it was only like $3 or $4 for that much. It actually wasn't that bad. So I guess until I can try to find that Wonderful Brand of almonds, because that's apparently the only brand that's actually gluten free and says so on the damn labeling, and it's the only nut brand that I haven't really had any gluten reactions to. I need to find out where they have the Wonderful Brand almonds, preferably in a bigger packaging, preferably not at Albertsons or Safeway, because those stores they're overpriced. They do have good deals on like fresh meat, like chicken specifically, And some other signature brand like gluten-free pasta, sometimes that's a pretty good deal. You can get a box of that for like $2 or less. But for the most part, Safeway doesn't really cater a whole lot to my celiac concerns, and the stuff that they do have that's gluten-free is just way crazy overpriced. So typically, I would go to Walmart. Sometimes I'll go to Winco because they have a lot of good deals and they have a ton of gluten-free stuff there as well. But for the most part, I'm going to be on an endless adventure trying to find that brand of almonds. And I can't believe I've spent the past like 8 or 9 minutes already talking about nuts. No homo. But that's basically what happened. I gambled a good chunk of money on these stupid almonds that I really shouldn't have gotten. And I'm not the kind of person that likes to return food because I don't like to waste food. If you return food, even if it's not opened, if you return food to a store, they more than likely just throw it in the trash. And especially since obviously the almonds are already opened, if I returned it and got my money back, they would literally just throw it in the trash because it's a sanitary problem. Like they don't know what the hell I did to it after I opened it. I could have took a shit in it for all they know. They don't know. So they obviously just have to throw it out. And I don't like wasting food. So I don't know what to do with the almonds. I'm more than likely not going to eat them because I feel like the way that I've felt the past couple hours, I feel like I've been glutened. I'm just gonna call it glutened. I got fucked by the gluten, and I don't really want to eat those almonds again. I might give them to my dad or something because he always has those kind of things. So why not? I don't know. I mean, Merry Christmas to him. Have a big, overpriced bag of almonds. Hope you enjoy them because I am pretty sure, I mean, I might try to maybe rinse them off really well since there's nothing in them anyway. It's literally just almonds, no salt either. I could try that, but I'm still kind of hesitant. So I don't know. There is one other brand. There is one other brand. Starts with an H. Hein. I think it's called Hein or something. But apparently they have almonds, and they're actually not that expensive. They're only like, I saw a 8 ounce bag for like $2.47 online. I might go see if they have them in the store, but they actually say gluten free on the packaging. And I looked up the brand, and it said that they were supposedly one of the companies that that has nuts, giggity, that are actually gluten free, like certified gluten free. So I mean, I may or may not take a gamble on that. I mean, it's only a couple more dollars that I'll risk throwing away, and it's only me basically risking feeling like crap again for the next several hours. But that's kind of what you have to deal with when you have celiac and you're extremely sensitive to gluten, even trace amounts of gluten. There's a lot of trial and error involved. It's a pain in the ass. So sometimes even when something says gluten free, there's been extremely rare occasions where I still felt like I had a stupid reaction to gluten from it anyway. And that was mostly because I didn't bother to look at the labeling that also said made in a facility that may contain traces of wheat or something along that. It mentioned something about gluten contamination in the same facility. And then it's like, really, bitch? Why would you put gluten free on the damn packaging, especially have it be so big, gluten free? And then on the back, it says in small text, made in a facility that processes wheat. Are you fucking kidding me? So that was one of the extremely rare occasions where I did have a slight reaction to it and I didn't feel very good for the next couple hours. But other than that, most of the stuff that I've had that said gluten free on the packaging, I'd say 9 times out of 10, I haven't had any bad reaction to any of it. I've been pretty safe so far. So that's the only good part about it. So I do feel like these almonds are probably the culprit here. So more than likely, I'm not going to have any more of them. I only had a small handful of them earlier today, and apparently, if there's cross contamination, that's all it takes is a small handful of food that has a little bit of cross contamination with gluten in it. And I basically get to feel like I'm having an allergic reaction for the next several hours. My body, like here downward, my torso area just feels slightly itchy and irritated, and I just feel kind of fatigued and brain fogged, and my gut feels kind of like discomforted a little bit and a little bit bloated. And obviously, I go to the bathroom a little bit more than I'm supposed to. I mean, those are some of the symptoms that I can really describe that happens when I accidentally had a little bit of stupid gluten, and it happens every damn time. So I can tell when there's been any gluten at all in what I ate. I will know within like the next 2 or 3 hours. I will know if I had something that I shouldn't have had. So this is having celiac has made eating probably the most complicated thing I've ever had to do in my entire life. I mean, it is extremely stressful. It feels like a full-time job of its own that doesn't even pay because you're constantly having to, research, find out if it's really gluten-free or not. Sometimes you even have to reach out to these damn companies and ask them straight out, like, is it really gluten-free? Is there any gluten cross-contamination with this product? And I feel like such a jackass when I have to ask these kind of things, but I don't have a choice because my health is at risk if I don't. And apparently I didn't think this through enough with these almonds. I made the mistake. My first mistake I made was getting those almonds knowing that there was no gluten-free label anywhere on the packaging. It was clearly outdated information. Ugh. I still feel kind of crappy. It's mostly like my torso area still feels like irritated from it or something. It's a common reaction that I have when I have gluten. It's kind of annoying. But after I go to bed, it's 1 in the morning. I'm going to bed after this stupid video, so I'll feel better when I wake up in the morning. Now, the more I'm exposed to gluten, the more damage I'm going to have to my intestines. It's just going to make it more hard to gain weight, damn it. Ugh, screw gluten, screw celiac disease, and screw you.